England is not good. Despite having some of the best talents in modern football at their disposal, England is not good. Why is that? We take a look. Consider subscribing to our channel. It's free and helps us a ton. Thanks. England has been playing football for a long time. They played their first ever international match in 1872 against Scotland. That's a history of 152 years and counting. In this time, they have participated in 19 FIFA World Cups and 15 UEFA European Championships. Wait, let's count the UEFA Nations League too. Yup, that's 3 editions of UEFA Nations League. All in all, a total of 37 major international tournaments. For the country that pretty much invented the sport, you'd think their success rate in these tournaments would be phenomenal, right? Well, in these 37 major tournaments, England has won a grand total of 1. You heard it right. The 1966 FIFA World Cup, the only major international tournament ever won by England. But how could it be? How can the country that's pretty much the birthplace of the sport we call football have so little in terms of tournament success? It's not like England didn't have great footballers. From Glenn Hoddle to Harry Kane, from Billy Wright to Raheem Sterling, from Peter Shilton to Frank Lampard, from Bobby Charlton to Wayne Rooney, from Bobby Moore to David Beckham. England has been home to some of the most celebrated footballers of all time. Then how come England just never seemed to be able to do it at the grandest stages of them all? It's not like they never had the chance. As I said, they've had good players. They constantly get out of their group and make it to the knockouts. Yet, they constantly fail. They have made it to the knockouts 17 out of the 34 major tournaments, discounting the Nations League. Yet, they've only ever made it to 6 semi-finals and only 2 finals, winning once in 1966 World Cup and ending runners-up in the Euro 2020. That's an abysmal record for a team that's constantly in top 5 FIFA rankings. They are the 5th ranked team right now. What's going on there? The country that boasts of most prestigious and competitive football league in the Premier League should be doing better, right? If only it was that simple. Or maybe it is that simple. Maybe they're just not that good. Hand on your heart, how many recent tournaments would you really consider England as a top contender? Like, top contender ahead of teams like France, Spain, Germany, Argentina, Brazil, etc. Before Southgate, England last made it to a major semi-final was in Euro 1996. And under Southgate, have they really improved to a point that they can be counted as a real contender for any of the major international tournaments? Let's examine the Southgate era, the proverbial England is finally competing era. 2018 World Cup beat Tunisia, Panama and Sweden en route to the semi-final, but they lost to Belgium in the group, Croatia in the semi-final, and again Belgium in a match for the 3rd place. 2022 World Cup got one of the easiest groups, going through Iran and Wales comfortably while drawing with the USA in the group stage, went past Senegal in the round of 16 before bowing out to France. Euro 2020 is the only tournament where they were able to beat some half-decent sides like Croatia in the group stage, Germany in the round of 16 and Denmark in the semi-final before losing to a subpar Italian team in the final. The same Italian team that did not qualify for 2 consecutive World Cups on either side of the Euro 2020. But then the question arises, why is this team not good? The 90s and 2000s saw English team field legends of the English game like Gary Lineker, Paul Gascoigne, Alan Shearer, David Beckham, Wayne Rooney, Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, Michael Owens, Paul Scholes, Rio Ferdinand, etc. Yet the national team kept struggling. There has always been enough talent for England to build a team around and compete at the highest level. Yet they have never managed that. So the question remains, Were these players overrated? Were the players who won almost everything at the club level not good enough at the international level? The answer is yes and no. These players, and the ones currently in the English team, are good, great even. But the English managers over time have failed to get the best out of them. And the reason is simple. England for a long time has been a team of individuals. What do I mean by that? Simple. English teams for a long time have preferred stars over system, players' individual flair over tactical innovation. Now let me preface this by saying that international football is a whole different beast than club football. The managers never have enough time to drill a system into the players who are already part of different systems at club level, which means the national team manager has to work with whatever they got. But England prefers to try and fit all the stars players into the team instead of players who would fit the kind of football the manager wants to play. Take the current England team for example. England have two superb number 10s in Foden and Bellingham. Two players who have done incredible things with their respective clubs this season. Players you would be hard pressed to drop. Yet you cannot play two number 10s. But because both of them are star players who warrant, in fact, demand a place in the team, one of them has to play out of position. And in this case, it's Foden. So now, despite a game that demands width on the wings, England is stuck with two players who occupy the same space on the pitch, and the team suffers for it. Selecting player on reputation instead of need has been a bane of this English squad. Why was Luke Shaw selected when he was not fit? Is there no real option at the left back position? It's not new either. It's not something that's happening just now. Players like Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes, etc. all underachieved because they were needed to be accommodated in the team instead of actually fitting the system. Almost every international team suffers from this, but England especially does. How do you explain starting a half-fit out of form Harry Kane ahead of an Ollie Watkins or Ivan Toney? Won't a natural winger like Anthony Gordon or even Eberechi Eze be better than Foden on the left? This has been an age-old problem, like trying to fit square pegs in a round hole. People tend to point to a player's club form as a reason for selection in the national team. And true, their club form does have an impact. But is English selection based around that? The current Euro squad feels more like a squad selected on feedback from the fans instead of a squad Southgate believed in, and that's in itself an issue. If you don't trust your players, why select them? Will someone like Cole Palmer get more playing time? Will Phil Foden get to play his natural position? Will England get Luke Shaw back before they run into a rather tough team? Why was Luke Shaw in the team in the first place when he was not fit? These are only some of the questions circling the current Euro squad, and especially Gareth Southgate. And it's apparent that as of now, he doesn't have those answers. But it also follows the trend English football has gone through their entire history. A team supposedly overflowing with talent but has never been able to get the best out of them. As we are making this video, England may well subvert all expectations and go on to win the Euro. But chances of that happening is rather slim the way the squad's been performing. Guess we'll have to just wait and see if they're able to break the cycle. Thank you for watching. Like if you liked it, share if you find it worthy, and subscribe. This is Salty Football.